The Joe Rogan Experience.
Those are the same people that are injecting Lysol right now.
They aren't, though.
I know.
You know.
Well, somebody might. It's probably a few.
Yeah, well, you know, if you're going to...
What about that chloroquine thing? You know, the one form of chloroquine that was...
Hydroxychloroquine?
But the form that was a pond cleaner.
Oh,
yeah. The lady and
fake.
her husband. But here's the thing. The lady, wasn't she like a Democratic contributor?
Big donor. She had tweeted
Yeah.
that Donald Trump was a psycho. Something like that. And
her and her husband took the stuff.
Well, there's new reporting that says the husband was an engineer. His friends are shocked that he would do something so stupid.
So the wife poisoned him.
That's the theory that's going around. Now, the fair point brought up, I think this was a Free Beacon, is that he trusted his wife and he loved her.
Wow. Maybe
And she
didn't love
gave him, or she's really dumb.
Or she poisoned the fuck out of him.
Apparently, a couple decades ago, she had struck him. There's a report about it.
Decades ago.
Yeah, like 20 years, I think. But there's also reports, and you guys got to fact check this stuff for sure, because it's not like something I've been diving too deep into. But she was trying to divorce the guy. So the story popping up is that Democratic
so she's
donor.
The Carol Baskin of chloroquine.
That's what people have been saying. Yeah, like the rumors going around. But whether or not any of that's true, it's like, you know, I always say, give me the proof. But I can't tell you this. The media loves to run everything the president says through a filter of, like, it must be taken literally, or to its worst, most, the opposite of the benefit of the doubt, the most negative conclusion possible. If he says it, we're going to run the most negative interpretation. It's bad. It's awful.
Yeah.
So when he says something like, you know, that Peter Navarro instance where he said, you know, you're a nasty reporter, he said about hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine, it might work, it might not, but I'm optimistic. What did the press run with? Trump recommends untested, dangerous drug. Meanwhile, you get
unscrupulous press. Not all press ran with that.
Right, of course. But look, when Andrew Cuomo came out and said we're going to start trialing, you know, chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine and azithromycin, where was the negative press?
Didn't they say that has actually been proven to kill more people than not using it, though? The
I think
statistics?
One of the initial stories to come out said that it was actually more likely to kill. So the CDC had listed that this was actual treatment used by many countries. And there's a lawmaker in Michigan. She's a Democrat. She was given the treatment. She said it saved her life. And she personally praised the president for it. For that, she's being censured and being stripped of any endorsements.
I've heard of that, which is crazy.
It is.
Because there's a reason why they were using it. It showed some promise with some people.
I guess the idea was that the extreme immune system reaction in your lungs was killing people, the swelling and the fluid buildup. So by suppressing the immune system, you would stop that from happening. The symptoms would abide, and then you'd eventually recover. You know what, man? If the media, there's a graph showing the amount of press Obama got versus Trump, what Trump got. And I think to a certain degree, Trump brought this on himself because he chased after this press and he baits them and he goes after them.
Right.
But it's like 3 or 4 times as much news.